All right, hey y'all, welcome. Let me get set up here. Share this. All right, hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Andrea. All right, y'all, I want to come on and talk about a couple of news stories, some things that I'm seeing that maybe you need to be aware of. Let me see here. All right, hey y'all, please say hello. Let me know that you can hear me and see me. Please give the video a thumbs up. That will also let me know that you can hear me and see me as well, okay? Please give this video a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me clearly. All right, y'all, listen, I first want to talk about the weather. Thank you, okay? Thank you all for letting me know you can hear me and see me clearly. Where I am here in Georgia, please let me know where you're tuned in from. Y'all, yesterday, it had to have been probably in the 80s, maybe. And right now, where I am is 43 degrees. How is it that the temperature has that big of a drop in a day? We've been talking about here on the channel about severe weather. Um, we've been talking about unusual weather patterns, and I believe that definitely in my area we're seeing it. Okay, how is the weather in your area? For those of you all who are tuning in now live, or if you're watching the replay, how is the weather in your area? It's actually raining. I showed you all on the community tab how I have things in place to collect rainwater to use for the garden. So I look at opportunities. I look at situations like this as opportunities to help, um, to help my garden. So thank you all so much for, right now where I am is 43 degrees. Yesterday it was hot, although I was outside towards the latter part of yesterday into the evening, and I did notice that the temperature was starting to fall. Okay, y'all, listen, I want to come on and just do share a few news stories with you. Let's see. If there are any news stories that you feel like we need to cover, please make sure you put them in the chat. All right, let's see here. Let me get everything set up. All right, let's see. The first thing I want to talk about is this lettuce recall, okay? Were you all aware that there was a lettuce recall? A salad recall, rather. Of course, we use lettuce and salad. So I want to come on and give you all some information about that. And these, from my research, these are actual salad kits, okay? All right, salad kits. Hold on, let me see. Is this what I want to share here? Hold on, y'all. Yes, all right, salad kits, okay? If you shop at Publix, you may want to check the salad kits. I've seen these before, so I'm pretty sure maybe you have as well. And so, all right, so let's talk about the salad kits. Huh? No, I saw you. All right, hello, hello. Let me see who's in the chat here. All right. Yeah, it's really wet. Um, yep, it rained in Georgia, okay? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, I love salad. I could eat salad for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So listen, thank you so much, Seashells Prosperity, for tuning in and joining. Where you remind me again of your state. I mean, it's right now, you can't tell it, maybe you can hear it, but it's actually raining here, okay? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for taking time out of your Saturday to tune in and support the channel. So thank you. Mississippi in the house. That's right. Mississippi. Okay. All right, y'all. Fresh Express. Okay. Fresh Express Incorporated, which it says is a brand sold at Publix and other retailers, is voluntarily recalling 3 different varieties of already expired salad kits. Okay. Of already expired. What are they talking about? Okay, now according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or as we know, the FDA, the Caesar chopped kit Chipotle cheddar, and the Mikado honey ginger salad kits with product codes G as in George and then 075 have been recalled. Okay, y'all, the Caesar chop kit and the chop kit Chipotle cheddar have a use by date of April the 2nd, which we know as of the time of this video, today's what, Saturday, April 8th, it's already expired. Now, the Mikado honey ginger salad kit, the article says, has a use by date of March 31st. Okay, these salad kits. Okay, now listen to this, y'all. How is it that we're finding all of this out after the fact, right? They'll be off the shelf and probably donated food banks or in areas at times. Right, I agree. Okay, so the article is saying, okay, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, okay, I already read that. Sorry about that, y'all. These salad kits were recalled because of a possible health risk from listeria. This is a bacteria that can cause serious, sometimes fatal, infections in young children, frail elderly people, and those with weakened immune systems. Okay, no infections from the salad kits have been reported yet. All right, listeria has many different. It can cause many different ailments. And the article also says anyone who has these symptoms should contact their healthcare provider according to the FDA. Okay. So it says also for more information or to receive a refund, call the Fresh Express Consumer Response Center at 1-800-242-5472 between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Okay, I'm going to repeat that information. It says for more information or to receive a refund. Okay, if you have one of these salad kits or you ate one of them, make sure you call the Fresh Express Consumer Response Center at, the phone number is 1-800-242-5472 between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Refunds, article said, are also available where the products were purchased. Okay, so that's some information on the salad kits. All right, I also want to talk about, give you all an update on East Palestine. Now, you all know here on the channel, I brought you coverage on the horrific train derailment there. Not only was there a train derailment, but it also, there was also in an effort, what was said to control the release of chemicals. A burn was done, which released chemicals into the air. And ever since then, it's just been terrible. Right, I feel like they do need to be held accountable. Seashells Prosperity, and you know, I've even asked the question. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. You know, I've even asked the question. You know, is it because of the, is it because of staffing? Are there not the same quality controls put into place? Like, what exactly is going on? So, I completely agree with you about that. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me see. All right, there was an update I wanted to share, and I know I mentioned this on the community tab. You all, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That will also help the video be seen by others. I feel like this is helpful information, okay? That was my family playing at the door, banging on the door. They know that I'm here live, so they were just messing with me. Okay, let's see. Yes, a lot of recalls going on. I agree. Okay, let's see. I want to talk about the fact that CDC investigators were sent to the East Palestine community, which is in Ohio, and a team that was assigned to assess derailment-related health impacts became sick with many of the same symptoms that residents of East Palestine complained about, okay? So again, these were CDC investigators that got sick. Listen to this, y'all, okay? This information came out, that I'm reading came out April 5th. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, confirmed that 7 members of a 15-person team became sick. Hold on, y'all, let me. Okay, they confirmed that that 7 members of a 15-person team became sick after assessing the potential health impacts of February's train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. Okay, the news was originally reported by what the article is saying, CNN. The CDC said that members of the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry started. Let me see what it says. They became ill on March 6th with symptoms including sore throat, headache, coughing, and nausea. Okay, a CDC spokesperson said the symptoms were consistent. Now they put this in quotation marks, were consistent with what residents have been reporting on assessment of chemical and exposure surveys. Now, here was a quote by the CDC who said impacted team members have not reported ongoing health effects. The team has been in East Palestine and surrounding communities since February, collecting health surveys. As of March 30th, 704 residents surveyed have been served. As of March 30th, 704 resident surveys have been completed. There have also been 318 surveys of responders. Okay, the CDC said that survey collection ended on March 31st, and staff, and I quote, will analyze the data and provide it to the state health officials in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Okay. Now listen to this, y'all. Okay, here's where I'm like, okay, what are they really talking about here? Although officials have said that air is safe, there remain lingering concerns over the long-term impacts after vinyl chloride and other chemicals were released into the atmosphere. So the community and the people, the water is safe, the soil is safe, but yet when you have people that don't even live in the area, they're going there offer whatever type of assistance or do their job, whatever it is they've been called to do, and they're getting sick. They really to feel confident and believe and feel reassured knowing that the air, the water, the soil is safe. I don't know, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that, okay? So that was an update out of Scene, Ohio. And y'all, let me go back. If you all are enjoying the broadcast, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I do appreciate your support, okay? All right, so let's see. And also, if you all know of any news stories that you would like to talk about on this broadcast, you can let me know as well, okay? Also, please make sure that you're continuing to check the weather forecast in your area. It seems that severe weather is happening all over. So much so that here's a headline here. Massive supercell storm caused a tornado in western Illinois. I don't know if that area is used to having tornadoes, but again, y'all, with severe weather outbreaks, unusual weather patterns, it, may not be as surprising, okay? I'm gonna do maybe two more stories and I'll end the broadcast. Uh, I haven't heard about that. Three teens. Goodness. I have to do search on that story. Seashells Prosperity. I had not heard about that yet, but I'll definitely look that up. Let's see. All right, let me see. And that story about the three teens. What state was that in? And did that today, recently? Right. There are a large amount of tornado warnings, tornado watches, flood warnings. There are even some river flood warnings. Okay, Florida, youngest one, 12 years old. Okay, I'm definitely going to I'm gonna research that. Hmm. My goodness. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna research that. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. Okay. All right, y'all. So if you go back in the very early days of my channel here, Andrea Speaks TV, you know that I was covering the supply chain crisis at the time. You know, at a time when not many people, I feel like, were covering it. So I just want to give you an update on that. This is news out of California. Two major California ports. Okay, what I'll probably do is maybe at the conclusion of this live, I'll link some videos where you can go and look at coverage where I talked about the supply chain crisis. And so I want to give you an update on that. Two major California ports shut down. Okay, shut down. It means nothing's happening. Okay, two major California ports shut down as union, and I quote, withholds labor amid contract dispute. Now listen to this, y'all. Okay, this is out of Long Beach, California, which the Long Beach port is one of the ports that I covered in my previous videos talking about the supply chain crisis. And it says a worker problem Friday, okay, this past Friday, has effectively shut down the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach, the largest gateway for maritime trade in the U.S. Okay, now, just to give you some background information, a lot of the ports, a lot of the merchants, a lot of trade that is done, for example, in Asia, they use those ports from California. You know, and even in my video, I explain how on the freights or on the containers, you know, the things that look like the long trailers, the containers, they contain furniture, electronics, clothing, excuse me, all kind of things, right? Right. Excuse me, lots of money lost. It's going to keep the stores from getting the items and the merchandise that they need. They may have to pay more money. And this is all, I've talked about all these things before in my previous videos, but they may have to pay more money to get the items shipped quicker, okay? Using another, maybe flying it in by air. But what I'm saying is that cost is going to be passed down to consumers like you and I. So I just want you to be aware of that. But listen, y'all, they're saying a worker problem. A worker problem Friday has effectively shut down the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach, the largest gateway for maritime trade in the U.S. The labor shortage, okay, began Thursday evening as ILWU Local 13 withheld labor. Listen to this, y'all. Negotiations over a new labor contract for West Coast dock workers are under increasing strain, leading to labor withholdings Thursday evening and Friday. Okay, this is news out of Long Beach, California. Now, the Pacific Maritime Association said the ILWU's actions are causing widespread worker shortages at both ports. A majority of Thursday night shifts went unfilled, including all jobs for cargo handling equipment operators who load and unload cargo. Okay, again, y'all, this is not news that I see headline news. Okay, you know the other stories. For example, what's happening with Trump, what's happening with the legislators out of Tennessee. There are so many other stories, and this, I've said this before, y'all. And that was even, an inspiration for me creating the channel. I've said, there are so many stories being pushed out to us. It's kind of like, okay, what's really going on? What should we know about? What are they not telling us, right? And this seems like one of the stories, okay? While they want our attention to be over here, you have no idea that over here, this is going on, okay? So again, y'all, this could impact if you have to put orders for something, stores receiving their inventory. I want you to be aware of this, okay? Now, the association said the workers that did show up Thursday night were sent home because there weren't enough people to fulfill basic operational needs. Now, think about that, y'all. The ones who did show up were sent home because even with the ones that did show up, they still did not have enough people to do the basic operational needs. Think about that, y'all. The Port of Los Angeles, the article says they are communicating with the International Longshore and Warehouse Union, ILWU, and the Pacific Maritime Association, or abbreviated PMA, along with federal, state, and local officials. Okay, resuming, here's a quote by the Port of Los Angeles in a release statement. And I quote, they said, resuming cargo operations at America's busiest port complex is critical to maintaining confidence to our customers and supply chain stakeholders. And also it says the Port of Long Beach said they expect operations to resume normally Saturday. Now, whether or not that has occurred, I have no idea because today is Saturday, right? Here's a quote. It says, 4 of the port's container terminals are closed for the day today or yesterday, April 7th. Terminal operators at the affected site said they made the decision to close when workers did not report for their shifts this morning. We have no further information as to the situation, but it is expected that normal, regularly scheduled hours and operations will resume tomorrow, said Port of Long Beach Executive Director Mario Cordero. Okay, let me see if I can do a quick search. I think they're still closed, but let me just take a look. Let's see. Okay. As of today, this morning, okay, there's a headline on a local news station that says the California port shut down amid labor shortage. Okay, so obviously they're still shut down. Let's see if I can get more updates. That's pretty much the same thing that I just read. So I'm assuming they're still shut down. Again, no one is talking about this. Lots of distractions. They want our attention to be geared towards something else. Meanwhile, the whole time, something else is going on, okay? I'll keep you updated on that story, but just know that the ports, okay, where 2 of the largest ports, if not the largest ports in the United States, that receive merchandise products by sea, by water, they're shut down due to what they're calling a labor shortage. Okay. All right. Even though they do have some that are showing up willing to work, it's not enough. They're saying for basic operations. Okay. All right, y'all. I think we have time for one more story. I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed and join our community. And I want to say again, thank you all so much for your support. All right, let me look at something really quickly here. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, support the growth of the channel, I'm going to put a link where you could do that as well. Right. Seashells Prosperity, you're right. There are people who are living in container homes. You're right. Some people are even opening up businesses in container homes. All right, so if you would like to donate to the channel, support the growth of the channel, let me see if I can create a hyperlink. Okay, there it is. So I put the hyperlink there. Okay, and I appreciate your support. Let's see. Yes, you as well. Happy Easter. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I have time for one last story before I have to take care of something else. Let me see. I'm just reading something here. All right, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they're expected to announce plans to significantly limit tailpipe emissions to boost electric vehicle adoption. Now, you all know it was mentioned earlier about climate change. You know, there's a big agenda, initiative, whatever you want to call it. There's a big push for many people, including you and I, to own electric vehicles, right? So now, some news has come out today that the Environmental Protection Agency is preparing to announce. Listen to this, y'all. I want you to have a heads up. I want you to be aware, right? The Environmental Protection Agency is preparing to announce significant limits on tailpipe emissions that would require as much as 67% of new vehicles sold in the U.S. by the year 2032 to be all electric cars, according to a report by the New York Times on Saturday. This just came out today, y'all. The EPA Administrator Michael Regan is expected to make the announcement in Detroit on Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday of this week. Know that according to sources, this announcement will be made. Okay, now the proposed limits will be the U.S.'s most aggressive climate regulations to date, and they would create a host of challenges for automakers. Okay, as you all, I don't know if you're aware or not, if you do your research, a lot of these automakers have been coming out with electric vehicles. Have you all noticed that? Under the proposed limits, the information says electric cars. Listen to this, y'all. Okay, and let me know, do you already drive an electric car? You know, I don't own one. I've never drove one. I've never ridden in one, or never rode in one. Not to my knowledge, I don't think. Or maybe I have. No, I'm thinking about hybrid. But is a hybrid vehicle, is that electric and gas? I don't know. I got to do my research on that, y'all. But I lost my train of thought. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me keep reading. Maybe it'll come back to me. Okay, under the proposed limits, electric cars will represent between 54% and 60% of new cars sold in the U.S. by 2030. And between, oh, this is what I was going to say, y'all. From my understanding about electric cars, at least when it comes to Teslas, okay, I remember a couple of stories where when it was like severe cold weather, like very, very cold temperatures, some owners reported that they had trouble starting up their vehicle. Do you all know that to be true? Let's see, there was a comment that came through. Wow, solar cars. I haven't thought about that. And we have several charging stations. I see some that are in my area and some that are being built. So it seems like, you know, it seems like someone somewhere knows something and they're just trying to prepare, okay? Right, okay. All right, let's see. All right, so again, y'all, under the proposed limits, electric cars will represent between 54% and 60% of new cars sold in the U.S. by the year 2030, and between 64 to 67% of new cars by 2032. The New York Times reported these figures are ambitious, as just 5.8% of cars sold in 2022 were electric, up from 3.2% in 2021, according to a report by Cox Automotive. Okay, these limits would also surpass President Joe Biden's previous goal to have all electric cars make up around 50% of cars sold by the year 2030. Here's a quote by, let's see who said this. Hold on. An EPA spokesperson told CNBC in a statement, and I quote, "As directed by the president in an executive order, the EPA is developing new standards that will seize on this historic progress to accelerate the transition to a zero emissions." Here we go, y'all. Zero emissions transportation future, protecting people and the planet. Again, that's according to an EPA spokesperson. Hello, everyone. Okay, we had some more people join in. Thank you all so much for supporting me here on the channel. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share this video, and if you haven't already, I'm going to invite you to subscribe to the channel, okay? The EPA spokesperson continued the quote by saying, once the interagency review process is completed, the proposals will be signed, published in the Federal Register, and made available for public review and comment. The spokesperson declined to provide specific details about the regulations. Many automakers have already begun to make significant investments in electric vehicles, but forcing such rapid adoption of the technology will present challenges. Large numbers of all-electric cars will require expansive charging infrastructure, for instance. Y'all, didn't we talk about here on the channel before? I believe I mentioned this, that the power grid. If we're having problems now with just our regular, electric grid, how can you imagine if everybody had electric cars and something happened with the grid and nobody was able to drive? Is that really what that's about? They want to be able to control our driving? In February, listen to this, y'all. In February, the Biden administration said it wants to see at least 500,000 electric vehicle chargers on U.S. roads by 2030 and announced a slate of initiatives to help make that a reality, including commitments from companies that build and operate charging networks like Tesla, General Motors, Ford, ChargePoint, and others. Okay, even if the infrastructure is in place, the article says consumers ultimately have to be willing, right? Are you willing to adopt electric vehicles, which means companies will also have to be able to maintain reasonable vehicle costs, okay? Wow. That's a whole nother thing, the autonomous cars, and they have some of those now. Robots, I just call it robots. Robots are really seem to be on the rise. And I've talked about that also on the channel as well, okay? All right, y'all. So, I'm going to head on out. I want to say thank you all so much for continuing to support the channel here. Right, I haven't seen that yet, but delivering pizza, like autonomous drivers delivering pizza. I wonder did they make it too? They have robots that cook. I did a video when I talked about that. How what was the name of that place, y'all? White Castle, I think, was using robots to cook. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, thank you so much, as always, for supporting the channel. If you are here for the first time, again, welcome. I want to invite you to subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, join our community. Y'all, please be safe. It's a lot going on. It's cold. I say it's cold. It's like in the 40s. And yesterday it had to be maybe in the high 70s, maybe even in the 80s. And now it's freezing. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this weather. Again, thank you all so much for your support. Let me make sure that there were some comments that came through. I'm telling you, it's unusual weather. I hope that it's not, but it's definitely cold. Okay? Y'all take care. Be blessed. Stay safe. Happy Easter weekend. Happy Resurrection Sunday. I won't be going live the rest of the weekend. I'll try to maybe upload some more videos. Make sure that you stay tuned to the community tab as well. I'll be posting information and updates there, okay? Y'all take care. Be blessed. Stay safe. And as always, thank you for supporting me here on Andrea Speaks TV.